All right, welcome. This is a guided priming and practice session with a focus on 5 minutes of listening, 5 minutes of feeling the body, and 5 minutes of breath meditation for a total of 15 minutes of meditation. We will also have simple cues for gratitude, the meditation focuses, and envisioning. Remember, you can do this anywhere, anytime. As you go through this process, have a deliberate intention that you'll stay focused during each step. As you notice yourself thinking, or as you notice yourself completely lost in thought, remember this is okay, it's normal, and it's natural. Simply notice your thinking and gently come back to your focus. Every time you notice yourself thinking and come back, this is the training moment that we're looking for, and over time it will give you all the benefits that you're looking for from a practice like this. Let us begin. First, settle into a dignified, deliberate, calm yet assertive meditation posture. Make sure that you're sitting upright, your shoulders are pinched back, and your head is tall. Ideally, your eyes are open with a slight downward gaze about 4 feet in front of you. But this is optional. If it feels uncomfortable, you can do this process with your eyes closed. Now gently shift your focus to a gratitude session, thinking about all the things that you're grateful for in this moment. We will allow for about 2 minutes of gratitude. Now gently shift your focus to listening to what's around you. Tune into your environment. Be aware of everything without having thoughts about what you're hearing. You may choose to focus on one sound amidst all the other sounds, or you may choose to bounce around from sound to sound depending on what pops into your awareness. Try to listen without having thoughts or images or discussions around what you're hearing. As you notice yourself thinking, or as you notice yourself completely lost in thought, simply come back to listening. In the listening, there is only listening. So anytime you catch yourself thinking, simply listen. Notice yourself thinking or your tendency to be lost in thought, and gently come back to listening. Notice your thinking or your tendency to be lost in thought and gently come back to listening. Notice your thinking or your tendency to be lost in thought and gently come back to listening. Notice your thinking or your tendency to be lost in thought and gently come back to listening. Now gently shift your focus to feeling your body. You may choose to put your awareness in your extremities or shift your focus from body part to body part, lightly putting your awareness in various areas of your body. You may choose to feel your whole body at once. You may even put your awareness on sensations such as feeling of the warmth of the sun or the wind on your skin or areas of discomfort as you're sitting. As you notice yourself thinking or as you notice yourself completely lost in thought, simply come back to feeling the body. In the feeling, there is only feeling. So anytime you catch yourself thinking, simply feel. Notice your thinking or your tendency to be lost in thought and gently come back to feeling the body. Notice your thinking or your tendency to be lost in thought, and gently come back to feeling the body. Notice your thinking or your tendency to be lost in thought, and gently come back to feeling the body. Notice your thinking or your tendency to be lost in thought, and gently come back to feeling the body. Now gently shift your focus to your breath. Connect with your breath in whatever way makes sense for you. You may choose to feel your breath. You may choose to follow your breath in and out as you breathe. Or you may connect with various aspects of your breath, including the sensation at the nostrils, the back of the throat, the rising and falling of the stomach, feeling a total body breath, or trying to hone in on the beginnings of the in and out breath. As you notice yourself thinking, or as you notice yourself completely lost in thought, simply come back to the breath. In the breathing, there is only breathing. So anytime you catch yourself thinking, simply breathe. As you notice yourself thinking, or your tendency to be lost in thought, gently come back to the breath. Notice yourself thinking, or your tendency to be lost in thought, and gently come back to the breath. Notice your thinking, or your tendency to be lost in thought, and gently come back to the breath. Notice your thinking, or your tendency to be lost in thought, and gently come back to the breath. And now gently shift your focus to an envisioning session. Remember, always end every session with envisioning, because this is what your unconscious mind remembers and works on in the background. This is like planting seeds for what you want in your day and your life. As you go throughout your day and life, these seeds will grow. Take a few moments to envision yourself at your highest and best self throughout the rest of the day today. How do you want to show up for your different events and activities? How do you want to present yourself? What is the best outcome? Also, take some time to envision yourself at your highest and best self in all the different areas of your life. Daydream a little, think big, and break out any envisioning materials you may have.